So good morning, everyone. I was just saying that we're going to start with a song that I love sharing. And I want you to imagine that this is the beloved singing intimately and directly into your ear. Turn to me, turn to me, and I will lead you home. There's nowhere left for you to go. Just turn to me, you are not alone. I'll be your island when the wind blows strong, a safe place from the storm, your true protection. When the night is long, I'll be there to keep you warm, to keep you warm. Turn to me, turn to me, and I will give you rest. There's nowhere left for you to go. Just turn to me and I'll do my best to be your shelter when your strength is gone, the true north that guides your way. I'll never leave you when your strength is gone. I'm there right now, and it's where I'll stay. It's where I'll stay. Turn to me, turn to me, and I will lead you home. There's nowhere left for you to go, baby. Just turn to me, you are not alone. You are not alone. I like that song because it is all about the intimacy that we share with the beloved when we open our eyes to see that the beloved, the divine, whatever you want to call that, is always present, is always intimately involved in everything, every breath, every thought, everything I do, everything I say. The beloved is right there, not next to me, but actually acting as and through me. Once again, if I would but open my eyes to see and to know. Because when I do that, when I open up my eyes, when I see and I know this, and I become the vibrating frequency and heat of the beloved, wouldn't that be a beautiful way to spend our lives, to be the heat that emanates from the beloved, that People feel just like they would a fire. People come to us because they feel the heat of our love and our direct experience of the oneness that does not change, that is eternal, that is whole, rather than the split reality that we have claimed in separation. And it's never given us what we wanted or what we thought it would. I'm not sure how that all began, how that decision was made, as if somehow splitting off from the source could make us more. But what can be more than all? Than all that is? Nothing. All we can do is simply resist the truth, the light, the love, the heat. But the time of resistance is now over. Once again, it's never given us what we wanted or what we thought it would, but returning home, returning to grace, jumping in that river, jumping in that fire, whatever analogy you want to use, it has and it will always give us exactly what it has always been, what it has always been, which is you. These lessons that we've been sharing over and over again, the main message that we keep hearing is, I am you. Love is you. God is you. It's happening all right now through and as you, but not the you that with the small y that you've claimed, but with a capital Y. The you that is perceived and loved by God because God perceives and loves itself and knows you as itself. This is really the only message there is to share. You are whole, you are complete, you are loved right now, but not the you that you have claimed, but the you that is seen forever whole by all. So that's what our lessons have always revolved around, and certainly lately as we've been sharing the impersonal light, it's been that as well. So our lesson today is very short, but I want to share this, and then we're going to see what our dear sisters have to share as well around this to make it practical, because we like it to be practical. Here we go. The love I am sharing. The love I am sharing is the cause and the reason for all manifestation. The cause and the reason for all manifestation, you included. You with the capital Y. I'm going to be differentiating between the capital Y and the small y quite a bit here because it shows up a lot. Once again, the love I am sharing right now is the cause and is the reason for all manifestation, you included. The manifestation of you, or who you really are. And that's constantly happening, by the way. That did not happen in a moment of time. You weren't created or manifested in a certain moment of time. It's happening right now, if you would but allow. Love, in fact, is the cause of everything I am. Once again, this is the I am within you speaking. The cause of everything I am, and you are my highest and greatest manifestation because you never left my mind. You never left the mind of God. And what never left my mind remains one with me forever. That is good news. When I say you with a capital Y, I'm not referring to you with a small y, or who you believe yourself to be in the perceptual world. The concept of you with a small y doesn't exist. It does not exist and is not seen by me at all. In other words, the you that you think you are is invisible to God. That may be hard news to take. In fact, it's the exact opposite of what we've always been told. But I promise you that the idea of you, the split mind of you, the concept of you where you've tried to hide from you, the you that tries to hide from you, do you see, is not seen, is not known, is invisible. And once again, if you can just relax into that, it will bring you great joy. So once again, the concept of you with a small y does not exist and is not seen by me at all. How can I see what is not really there? I am not serving my holy purpose unless I see only that which is whole and true. And trust me when I say, you are holy and true. That's good news as well. Do you feel threatened when I tell you that you're not there at all? I hope you feel liberated, not threatened, simply because you know I am right. There's something within all of us that rejoices when we hear this message because we feel a sudden rush of light that illumines the darkness of our split mind. Are you feeling that? That sudden rush of light when you hear this news? There's something within all of us that begins to vibrate like the strings of a guitar or a tuning fork. Suddenly that vibration is set into motion and you feel that and you begin to come into an experience that is wholly unlike anything you've known before. Suddenly you feel a rush of light that illumines the darkness of your split mind. And this is where I am leading you, to finally feel what has always been felt by the source of love that you call God. When your mind and heart are aligned with that great light, all shadows will disappear on their own, and their unreality will be easily recognized. When you allow the light to finally come streaming into your whole mind, that which seemed split for so long is instantly healed. Because only wholeness is real. Only love is real. And you are that love. You are whole right now. And the recognition of that brings great liberation. It brings great joy. Yes, you may feel threatened for a moment, just a moment, when you hear that the you that you thought you were is not even seen by God, is not really even there. But the moment you break through that fear, such joy, such light, such vibrancy will overtake you. So be overtaken. Be overtaken by love. So that's what I was going to share. Let's go ahead and Vicki, I'd love to hear what you have to share today.
Thank you, Jimmy. Nice to be here. Hi, everyone. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, there we go. The I am tuning fork. Yes.
So let's tune to love. That's what I hear. And then what occurs to me that makes it so simple. You know, a few days ago, we did one of those lessons. I want the peace of God. He says, saying it is nothing, meaning it is everything. Well, as you said, whenever we feel threatened, it's because we have another goal. It's that simple. We've made something an idol, some form, some illusion where we think our safety lies. And that's what we feel threatened if the stability of that seems unstable, seems shakeable. But that's good news, because that's the very moment when we're threatened, when we're shaken in our boots, that we can turn again. He says, turn to me, turn back to love. Turn to me is to turn to the field of love, to the all-embracing current and joy. And it's a field, like this unending field of love. And it is that simple. And all we're asked to do is catch it. There's a good line in one of these lessons that says, fear cannot enter a mind that has attached itself to love. It's impossible, because there's no opposite in the field of love, in the field of I am, in however we identify grace. There's no opposite, and access is everywhere, and it's every instant. And it doesn't matter if we seem to be experiencing it. It's enough here in time to turn to love. It's enough, because the love that we are is true, and it is a force. It is a current that will take us if we're not defending ourselves. By defending ourselves, we hold on to what we think we're threatened with. When we stop and we surrender Dorothy, let everything go, then love does take us. and it enfolds us. And then even here, we feel the safety of that. And love has to be given away. If it's to an ant crawling on my desk, if it's to the fly that wants to get out the window, we have to give it away. We have to keep loving, to let the current take us with our eyes open, our eyes shut. We have to rest into love and give love wherever we look. It's really that simple. It's the complications of the ego that made it seem unattainable, but it's not. It's only right here, right now. I love you. I love everyone here. And that feeling of love is that it's that sound and that call for freedom. And it's being broadcast throughout the whole sonship. When we rest together, when we play together, when we turn within, even when we feel threatened and we say, no, I don't want that anymore, I'll turn. That's sounding the call. And the call is a big orchestration that we're all standing up and singing and dancing to now. So turn to love. Tune to love.
I love that you
I
have
love
those.
you. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, everyone.
One of the other ways that we do that is through our creative expressions, because creative expression is an extension. We're extending the light that we are. We're sharing it. So that being said, I hope you all had a chance to hear the song that I sent out last night. That was great fun. I actually, Vicki, I sent it to Victor last night because our friend Victor Wooten, I wanted to hear what he thought, and he couldn't believe that the whole thing was produced right here in this laptop that I'm on right now. It's incredible what you can do today. But I've been having so much fun putting these gospel stories to music because they are light, they are bright, they are a source of such grace, and to then bring them to music and to sing and to dance. And I like that one because it sounds like a Mumford and Son song. So I hope you all enjoyed that. All right, so Christina, I would love to hear from you as well.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. Yes, I heard you say, Jimmy, I don't remember the exact words, but as we hear these words, let them take us. And we can't hear these words with our mind and be taken. We have to hear these words through the heart. That is the power of truth. And truth, I have found in my own experience, has been just as powerful as the food I eat that sustains me. Truth has the capacity, when we allow it, to transform us from the inside out. A mind that hears words is empty. Words are empty. But a heart that hears words comes alive. I had, and I believe many have had this experience in reading truth over the years, where just reading truth literally brought that current within me to the forefront. It awakens that which is already within us when we sometimes aren't able to find it ourselves because we're separated from, or we're distracted is probably a better word. The mind distracts. The mind, when it is connected and listening from the heart, becomes a receptacle, becomes empty, becomes the love that it is. We are that love. We don't have to tune into love or choose love. We are that love. And when we are connected through the heart, it naturally wants to express, like Jimmy in your song that you're talking about. we can't help but be of service. We can't help but be a benediction because it's no longer us. It's just that current that's moving through. And I know many of you have had that experience here and are having that experience here. And the purpose of these calls that I can see is not just to bring us together in community, but to allow us to eat together, to feast upon that spiritual truth that we are. And I know I've said this before, and I just want to keep encouraging it. Reading or listening to truth over the course of the day helps keep us in the current. Yes. When we aren't resting in it consciously or comfortably or easily ourselves. It's like Vicki goes back to the bed, right? We drop back from the head to the heart. We silence the distraction that's happening in the mind. We silence the distraction that's coming from the outer world. And as we do that, we awaken. We are awakened. We can't awaken ourselves, but we can set ourselves aside so that awakening may happen through us. And that awakening is just purely purification of the distraction that has kept us from recognizing that we are already here awake. So the practice, simple, continue turning our attention within. And in the beginning, we may have to trust and have faith that what I hear is true, what I read is true, what I listen to is true. There were years where I chose, or it chose through me, to have truth be as consistent throughout my day as my breath. And it was that truth that purified and transformed and loosened the hold of the fear and the separation. For me, religious truth is not associated with anything because I didn't grow up in the churches. I didn't grow up with it being shoved down my throat. I didn't grow up with the fear of God. But since then, what I've found coming back to these spiritual truths that many religions hold is just simply the truth. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you. When I first began to experience the reality of this, it is a mind blower. We are taught that we have to survive and we have to protect ourselves and we have to learn how to sustain ourselves. And all of that is not true. When we first just give ourselves to God. There's a beautiful song that I think I shared the words with you before, Jimmy. I bowed my head to God, and God took all of me. Every imperfection, God took all of me. That is what happens. The purification of the illusion, the purification of the separated mind. All we have to do is give ourselves silently to God. All we have to do is rest. And in that, I have to turn my attention away from who I think I am or thought I was. So in the beginning, we trust. We rest. How simple is that? I trust and I rest. I don't think it could get any more simple than that. I mean, that's like, it can't be more simple than that. So if you're having or feeling separated from that, make it more simple. Keep simplifying it until all there is left is here I am. I'm just conscious, I'm aware, I'm witnessing, I'm resting here now.
Mm.
Beautiful day to all of you. So wonderful to meet you here.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Here I
That sounds like a song cue.
yeah. Which one? Simple or it could be. What it's funny you would unmute yourself because I was just about to turn to you, Baraka. I was just feeling your energy. So share with us where you are right now. You look like you're back here in Ajijic. Is there,
That's the hill behind the building. Yeah. That's my old room.
Good
Yeah.
to have you home.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is this sparking in you this morning?
Well, I was I have a lot of traffic in and out of this room that I'm in here. I don't have any contact with the outside world, but there's a lot of people, a lot of nurses and therapists and stuff who come into the room, and I have found myself in the last, well, since I've been here, it's been more of a feeling of, great, someone's at the door. Who can I interact with now? Who can I share the love with? And I turn myself off. That's the best way I can explain it. I just turn myself off and I open myself up to whoever is walking through that door behind me and coming in to offer their love. And all I have is love to return. And it just pumps me up. It makes me feel like a helium balloon. I just keep getting more and more full of that, and less full of why I'm actually here. Why my body is here in this room. That's all. That's all I got. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Why we're really here, to tune into that. We're here to love. We're here to offer that love to everyone in every moment. So we're sending you love, Baraka. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and end the recording here, but we'll continue our discussion for a few more minutes. But for those of you who are joining us on YouTube, we love you so much. Keep coming back. We love sharing these sessions from Namaste Lake Chapala. So have a beautiful day.